Let's see if we can get hold of Martin Gibson, third place.
In the Caterham 150s. Good lap.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I was very pleased with it. Got the perfect toe actually. So hope for a little bit more of that. I was slipstreaming off 2 cars in front, 2 quite quick cars. So you don't get that opportunity very often. So I took it.
I mean, 125 is super quick. We know it's a fast track. There's very little braking. Are you just foot to the floor all the way round?
All the way round. Yeah. Yeah. It's braking is optional around here, definitely. Yeah.
I noticed you got the fastest lap, but the bonnet's off. What's going on behind you?
Oh, I just like to do checks. It keeps me sane, gives me something to do in between races, but it makes me know that the car is all right as well, and more so I think it helps to keep my dad's blood pressure down a bit as well.
Harry, best of luck with the race. Look forward to catching up with you
Here
later.
you go, Martin Gibson, our pole sitter in third place. Now then, let's see what we can find for... I'm looking for Craig Reed's truck at the minute. You can't believe it's that big. I can't find it. Ah, here it is, right down the front. See if we can find Craig. Well, I'll tell you what, you can't miss this man. Grey overalls and pink trim. Simon Cole. Disaster at Brands, your home track. And then you've come here and you've put it third place. You must be happy with that.
Oh, yeah, we're over the moon. Went to Brands Hatch, brand spanking new engine, rebuilt, blew itself to pieces. We rebuilt it on the Saturday and first race went again. So, no, I'm over the moon with that. And we've had troubles here all weekend making it run right as well, but I'm over the moon with that, yeah.
Don't touch it, I think's the answer then. Leave it as it is for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, that seems a good idea, that. But I think that's what we do.
Good. Congratulations on third.
Cheers, thank you.
Well done, Simon. And where are we going now? We're going Craig Reed. There he is. Craig, congratulations. First win of the weekend.
Yeah, brilliant. Great. Yeah, it was a bit... obviously, Adam had a mechanical fault, which handed it to me, really. But, yeah, it was just... I just basically used Tom in front as a bit of a barrier and just tried to keep pace, because when you're out in the front, it's hard to keep that pace sometimes. But, no, really good. Really, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And
the conditions, did that make much difference to you?
Not really. It was just unpredictable. In the chicane and out the back, there was a patch of wet, but it looked a bit down at the complex. It looked a bit diesely, so I was just being overcautious, really, especially coming out the chicane, because I got the word that there was diesel down there, so I was just going overcautious. But yeah, no, great.
Well, one win. Can you do it again later on?
Yeah, definitely. On to the next one. Yeah.
Confidence. That's what I love. Well done. Congratulations on the win. So that's Craig, our race winner, Craig Reed. Let's move on. Who have we not spoken to? Steve Powell. Where's Steve Powell? New coloured truck for Steve, so it's throwing me at the moment. There he is, back in. Well, can't find Steve, unfortunately. It looks like he may have already done a wander outside, so I'm going to wander outside as well, because there's one or two of the drivers queuing up out there. Caterhams are being let out onto the track, Chaz, so if you want to do anything about that, then please do come back in. But in the meantime, I'll see who else I can find to talk to.
No worries. Thank you very much, John. Great to get the insight from the drivers after that very, very lively race. We hope you enjoyed that one, because we certainly did. Say that for free. I'm just going to get the grid for the following race now. So
here we go. Steve Powell.
There we go.
Playing with a gentleman's legs.
Hello.
It's only pointy, don't worry about it. Steve, good result that one for you?
Yeah, pleased enough, mate. Yeah, second. Yeah, we weren't handling very well though, so it was a bit off the pace.
Was that the truck or was that the weather, the dampness?
A bit of both, really. Yeah, it was wet and dry. I don't know, the track didn't feel good, to be fair. Usually it's good here in the wet, really good. So, yeah, we'll have to have a look at it.
It's pretty abrasive around here normally.
It is really, yeah, but some of it was dry and some of it was wet. So, but if you don't get the setup right, then it is what it is. So.
Well, you're on the podium, that's the main thing.
Yeah, that do, yeah, not a bad start of the weekend. Yeah, no, it's all good, all good.
First of many, hopefully. Well done, Steve.
Hopefully. Cheers, mate, thank you.
That's Steve Powell. That's our top three, I think, we've spoken to now from Division 2 as well.
Awesome stuff. Well, I've got the grid for the next race.
Okay, well, you go with that then.
Anybody would like to fill this in as well. So we've got the 121 of Harry Kramer on pole position. He starts alongside Jamie Winrow in the number 46. Then it's Harry Senior in number 28 alongside Jim Earlham in the number 3. Stephen Clark's number 25 car lines up alongside Simon Griffith's number 16 machine on row 3. Then it's number 2, Jamie Elwood, and number 1, Kevin Barrett. Rounding out your top 10 is number 26, Matthew Lambert, and number 24, Ben Winrow. Neil Sturgis is then in car number 9 in 11th, ahead of Barry White. No, not that Barry White, in the number 66 machine. Then it's number 58, Robert Warner, alongside number 72, Glenn Burtonshaw. Gideon Wilkinson's number 99 car is alongside Roger Ford's number 21. Then it's Gareth Cordy in 33, alongside Adam Bettinson in 71. Watch out for Adam, he was really quick in practice, but then had a nightmare qualifying session. Jonathan Ems in number 83 is 19th, ahead of Paul Fielder in 101. And then it's Andrew Whitton in 112, alongside Chris Savage, the number 27. Then it's Kim Raymond in 15, alongside John Benfield, number 42. We then have Luke Juru in 36, alongside Daniel Hamilton, 84. Then it's number 4, Mark Treadwin, and Charlie Cahill's number 91 machine. Then the last 3 on the grid, we have Colin Loughlin, the number 85, alongside Peter Marsh, number 8. And 31st at the back of the grid is Robert Appleton in the number 93. So Caterham Racing, you can expect to see 1,000,001 position changes over the course of a race, and plenty of side-by-side action. Now the conditions will make things very difficult for these cars. They usually slip and slide a lot anyway, to be fair, but in this scenario it's going to be even more of that. It's going to be a very exaggerated effect for this afternoon's racing. So this is the Sigmax and Sigma 150 cars. Later on this afternoon we'll have the Sigmax and Sigma 135s. That will be the last Sigmax race of the weekend. Then the 2 races that we have, the 1 race we have tomorrow from these will be the Sigma 150s and the Sigma 135s. The last few cars are now lining up on the grid, just taking up their final spots. And the number 93 of Robert Appleton lines up. Looks like everybody is all ready to go. The 5-second board is shown. And race number 3 for the day, race number 1 for the Caterhams, is away. All of them suddenly burst into life in the very brightly coloured field, makes their way round turn 1, clumping together as they go down towards the complex for the very first time. Hard onto the brakes as they go behind the buildings here. And they then head down towards the back part of the circuit, building up speed once again. There's quite a bit of smoke from behind the buildings here. I've got double waved yellows in view, but I can't see which cars were involved, unfortunately. But looking at Marshall's post and everything, it seems like we're still green. We may potentially avoid a safety car, I think. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, we've got cars around near Goodwood as well. There's smoke at the back of the circuit. Actually, it's not a car around. It's just a car with a severe engine problem. Loads of smoke billowing away from it. I believe we may have the safety car coming on standby right now. The lights are on. And yes, safety car is deployed for the first lap incident. The cars haven't been neutralised as of yet. The whole top 6 is all grouping together into the chicane for the first time. Over the painted strip goes the number 24. That's Winrow, getting very out of shape. Everybody else makes their way round. Brake lights come on as they get to the safety car boards, and the race is neutralised. Now the smoking car is coming towards us now. It looks like it may just be bodywork potentially rubbing against a tyre rather than an engine issue.
We've lost Senior, Clark, Warner, Sturgis. I think they're all part of the incident, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a big group. Although I've got them coming through in the middle of the pack. Senior 12th, Clark 13th, Warner 14th, and Sturgis 15th. So I think maybe they did get caught up in it, but they've managed to continue. I can see at the complex that they do still have the double waved yellows there, so obviously vehicles in the way. But please do forgive me, everyone. I cannot see because of the building up here.
Car 30. car 31 appears to be the only one that hasn't completed the first lap.
Ah, okay. So car 31 I have as... It's not a Sigmax, that's one of the 150s. Car 31...
We don't have a car 31.
Yeah.
But it says on the sheet, car 31, it's a Sigma 150 and the driver is Savage. But I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's a number issue there because I don't even have a 31 on the grid.
No, it may well be a...
Savage is 27 on my grid.
Yeah. Chris Savage.
Mm.
So I don't know. No, my apologies. 31st place. 27 is the number on the sheet. So timekeepers have got it right.
Okay.
It's me not reading it right. So it's Chris Savage then that we've lost for sure on that lap. Matt Blythe Motorsport Caterham 7.
I'm just working with one of the camera guys up here just to get the stream, so I can potentially see what happened at the far end of the circuit with the cameras. So we'll be able to I'll be able to get a bit more coverage and be able to bring you some more news on what goes on. But hopefully everything all right down there at the complex. It really is a bit of a bottleneck part of the circuit, unfortunately. They come in at very high speed round a corner into a braking zone, and it's easy to go wide. Obviously there was the very famous truck incident last time the British Truck Racing Championship was here, when one of the drivers ran wide onto the grass and then came back across and hit the side of one of the other trucks, and they actually flattened the barrier and ended up on the bank, which is why we do not have a commentator over that end this weekend. It was our good friend Alan Hyde that was in the box there, and you wouldn't blame him for getting a little bit scared when that went on. But the race is neutralised for a moment, and the cars will circulate while the incident is cleaned up.
Safety car still on circuit at the moment, and 2 laps completed by the safety car. This will be the 3rd lap. Can't see the lights on the car from where I am, so we'll wait for those lights to go out before we...
Yeah, they're still on at the minute, so I think we'll get another lap yet with the vehicles being still on the circuit. Got news that the driver is out of the car. He's just going to go to the medical centre for checks.
Well, always good news if a driver gets out and can
Yes.
walk to the medical vehicle or the course vehicle to get a lift to the medical centre. So
Yeah, definitely.
things not too serious.
So we still have 12.5 minutes and a little more.
Well, this was a 20-minute one, wasn't it? at the start?
Yes,
So
indeed.
fastest lap with the leader at the moment. 1:35.
I I'm intrigued by these conditions as well at the moment, you know, because while there is a lot of cloud cover about, there's not as much visual rain on the horizon like there was earlier. So I think we may stay dry for a while, but it depends on how quickly the circuit dries out, because it's not particularly warm at the moment, is it, John?
No, it's not particularly warm. It's very damp in the atmosphere. Sort of, I'm drying out a bit, but it's taking a long time to dry. And I'm looking at the times, and they're doing a 1:35 now, fastest lap. Okay, I know it was only a couple of laps in, and then the safety car, but we did a 1:25 this morning in qualification. So track conditions around about 10 seconds is the deficit at the moment.
Well, fingers crossed we can get back to the full capability of these Caterham Sigmax and 150 machines, but at the same time it's intriguing to see them in greasy, tricky conditions, because you get to see the cars really showing off their body language and sliding through corners, and drivers really wrestling with them. It brings out that different bag of talent that I keep mentioning again and again, but it's just always an exciting prospect when you get what's declared as a wet race usually, but you know, when we're in these changeable conditions, when it's greasy, I find that that's even more entertaining, because it can change so quickly when you've got cars continuously circulating on the track. I know how people really get excited when they declare a wet race in Formula 1 these days, but in any sort of form of motorsport, it's always a really enjoyable thing to see.
Well, it was very sunny in Austria yesterday. I don't know what it is today. Qualifying must have just finished, I would have thought.
Yes, potentially, yeah. I imagine so. So no spoilers, please, anybody?
No, we won't spoil it.
But the safety car lights still on. There are still, I can see the ambulances and other vehicles down there. Not sure if the car hit the wall or anything, or if they have to repair the barrier at all, because we both know on occasions, I'm sure, where if a car can hit the wall hard enough, they can sort of remove the tyre barrier away from it, and they have to sort of replace it, make sure it's all put back together properly so it's still safe for other cars should they come along and make contact with it as well. A race cannot and should not go ahead with a weakened tyre barrier. Now, as much as you know, you could always grumble that the drivers are losing out on time in their race. Yes, they are, and that's a shame, but let's face it, the priority here in motorsport and in any sport that you get involved with is the safety. So these drivers being looked after is the main thing at the moment. But the field...
Well, it was dry in Austria. So it's been dry for the qualifying, and let's just say...
Predictable.
Let's not say nothing. No, not predictable. Well, sort of predictable, but then not predictable. So, okay. Interesting.
So well done, George Russell on pole position.
Unfortunately not.
We all wish it,
I can tell you he's in the top 10, though.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's good news. Well, there was obviously the news earlier today that Lewis Hamilton has extended his contract with Mercedes until the end of the 2023 season. So, for those that don't like him, he's around for another 2 years. But I'm a big fan personally, so good to see him continuing. Maybe he will get that 8th title and really go down in the history books even more than he has already. Anyway, away from that, we're into another lap behind the safety car here, I believe, as there is a recovery vehicle down at the complex. The safety car staying out once again. We're, unfortunately for the drivers, within 8.5 minutes of the finish now. But to be fair though, John, this means that we'll get an even shorter sprint to the end. So there's less mind games to go on here and just pure sprint racing. That could be exciting.
I hope you've taken a deep breath and you're ready.
Well, trust me, you can never take a deep enough breath for Caterhams. They're always exciting. As I mentioned before, you know, you could start, especially around here at Thruxton, if you're in a pack, you could easily start a lap in 10th place and be first by the end of it. And then if you start a lap in first, you could easily be 10th by the end of it as well. It's an absolutely amazing thing to watch, is Caterham racing around here. It's always a lot of fun. So I'm just I've been provided with a feed to the live stream as well, so I can see what's going on there. But it doesn't seem like any cars have sort of damaged the barriers or anything. It just seems that they're taking a bit of time to recover the car itself and just make sure that's done safely before we can get back underway. But I think some of the drivers will be grateful for the fact that they each class gets 2 races over the course of the weekend. Like I've said, both of the Sigmax races today, one with the 135s and this one with the 150s, and then tomorrow we get the Sigma 150s and the 135s together on track at the same time. That race is tomorrow about 1:45 in the afternoon. I've just been told as well that the safety car is coming in this lap. So the lights still on at the moment, but they will be going out shortly. And we can get the race back underway then. This will be the completion of their 5th lap of the race. Lights still on the safety car at the moment, but they'll probably turn them off any time now and then, get moving and let the pack do its thing. And yes, I can confirm the lights are now off on the safety car and he's picking up the pace. The field's still weaving. Obviously they need to get a lot of heat into those tyres in these conditions. Because this is not the sort of conditions where you expect tyre temperatures to stay in a very operational area. Safety car is now into the pit lane and Kramer gets this race back underway with Winrow on his tail. Now the 16 car of Griffiths has got the other Winrow and Elwood right behind him. They're actually 3 wide as they cross the line. Not sure if that was a little bit naughty or not. Cutting the nose off though, Griffiths. He says, not on your life, I'm going to go back across the front of you as we cross the line. And we've got a 5-minute dash to the flag now, which is great to have. Now I must say that I would tell you sort of how the classes are split here, but because of the difference in power, which is only about 5 brake horsepower between all of these cars, we actually only have 2 of the 150s ahead of 2 of the Sigmaxes, and then everybody else is all muddled up. So really, it's all one big fight on track for overall position. But Kramer leads the 150s, Griffiths leads the Sigmaxes at the moment. They're all at the far end of the track, just filtering their way round as one long, huge snake of cars, clinging to every bit of grip they can. They'll really be sliding around through there. The top 4 coming together very closely now as they go through Church Corner, all getting into the slipstream before the all-important dive onto the brakes as they get to the chicane at the end of the lap. It's looking like Winrow is going to be moving on, trying to get past Kramer, but Griffiths has gone to the inside, and then white number 16 car is locked up. He's run a little bit deep. I think there might have been a bit of contact with Winrow, and out of all of that, it's actually the number 2 machine that's come through. Elwood started this lap in 5th place, and now he leads the race. That is exactly what I was talking about earlier. We've got another train of them coming through here. The number 25 having a bit of an issue through the final chicane, though. That is Clark. Not a clue what's happened there, but it looks like something has gone completely wrong for him, unfortunately. Suddenly as well, actually. One of them in the 150s, one in the Sigmaxes, but fantastic stuff by Elwood to go from 5th to 1st in just 1 lap. And the field heading back towards Church Corner. And now, what was a battle of 4 cars has now become 6 as they go through Church church again. Side by side for the race lead, then Kramer coming back now to try and beat Elwood to it this time. Griffiths looking down the inside. Kramer's got it done. Winrow's around the outside. That's the number 46. Jamie Winrow. Ben in the 24 just tucks in behind him. Kramer gets the lead, then Griffiths second, then Elwood. Then everybody else who's this in the battle behind as well. There's a big pack of them all together. The 71 and the 21 getting caught together, while the 99 of Wilkinson seems to get held up through the chicane. Whole field filtering through in front of me here. But that lead pack, this is exactly what we wanted to see, and it's exactly what we're going to see in each race. Senior does the fastest lap of the race, by the way. Car 28 does a 1:26.6. Nobody else in the entire field did anything quicker than a 1:27 on that last lap. So Senior really showing the pace at the moment. We've got 90 seconds left to go, so we'll get one more lap after this.
Senior just put in the fastest lap as well, so
I glazed over that one with to be fair, the fact that he
just goes to show the difference between the 150 and the Sigmax. It's like nothing.
Yeah, definitely, that's it. I mean, I think if he's in the pack and he's got slipstream as well, it'll be going really smoothly for him if he's just trying to pick places off. Anyway, we've got Elwood and Kramer side by side. Behind them, they're 3 wide. That's the 2 Winrows with Griffiths in there as well. The other car is Lambert in the number 26, who's getting properly elbows out on the way through. He's a bit sideways on the exit though, and Winrow's actually now got up to 3rd. Lambert's in 5th place, but this car, this just train of cars, has now actually become 8, and it will become before the end of this lap. But Craner across the line anyway leads Elwood, Winrow, Lambert, Griffiths, Senior, Erlin, Barrett and White. That is your top 10. White, the only one other than Kramer actually to not change places from each time he's crossed the line, but Elwood having to defend from both of the Winrows at this stage. That actually might help Kramer make some sort of gap out to the front, but you never know with these Caterhams. You never know. Through the long left-hander they go, round towards Goodwood. Such a high-speed section of the circuit, wonderful to watch. It's great to watch everything make its way through there. The trucks earlier were absolutely phenomenal to see, moving so quickly over on the horizon from where I am up here in the commentary box at the top end of the circuit. But they come through church and back up towards me for the final time.
We've obviously got somebody off going down past the start-finish straight, double-waved yellows at the end of the straight, but I can't see the incident.
Yeah, I can't see any stopped cars or anything. The leaders are with us for the final time. It's Elwood leading Winrow in the 24, and Elwood looks like he's going to get this wrapped up. Kramer's dropped to 3rd, and then Winrow and Lambert are side by side across the line. I think Lambert's just got it, but Elwood takes the win with Winrow 2nd, Kramer 3rd, then it's Jamie Winrow 4th ahead of Lambert, Griffiths 5th, then it's Barrett, Earlham, Senior, Sturgis, Warner finishes 11th ahead of White in 12th, Cordy 13th, Bettinson 14th, and 15th was Ford. And into the pits comes the 25 of Clark. I said he had an issue earlier. He slowed randomly out of the final corner, but he's managed to get it back together, albeit coming into the pits to end his race. But Elwood wins the race overall, wins the 150 class, and the number 24, which is of course the aforementioned Ben Winrow, wins the Sigmax class in that one. But a fantastic, albeit very short race, first race of the day in the Caterhams, but plenty of fun, as I told you. I hate to say I told you so, but honestly, all Caterham racing is just as fun as that. And we will be moving very swiftly on shortly to another one-make series, which is the Carbon 8 Hyundai Coupe Cup. But before we do that, of course I have to mention the Caterham Graduate Racing Club sponsors. They're a very well-endorsed championship. They are sponsored by PC Sports Cars, Ryan Motorsport Insurance, Yokohama, Purple for Polio, Molsum and Associates, Downing IP, Classic Carbon, Sporting Bears Motor Club and CTS Motorsport. A very well supported championship indeed, and plenty of action all the way through every single one of their races. And all of the drivers as well, they thoroughly enjoy it, because no matter where you are, you've always got somebody to race in this sort of championship. And these cars are very, very fantastic pieces of kit to just buy from the manufacturer. But Elwood taking a well-deserved win there in the number 2. He's certainly a driver to keep an eye on in this championship, that's to say the least. As I say, we will be moving over to the Hyundai Coupe Cup in just a few minutes, which will have 20 cars on their grid, and as they filter around, I will get a quick run through of the grid for you in a moment.
Well, hopefully we get a quick word with the Caterhams as well as they come into the assembly area, which they're doing right away. Whether I'll be able to sort them all out or not, who knows, Chaz, but we'll do our best.
Rather you than me, mate.
Smiling faces inside the crash helmets, at any rate, so everybody reasonably happy. Now, how are they lining them up? Are they lining them up as they finish? 224, 121. That makes it easy. I've got the first 3 here. And the first man to get the crash helmet off is the guy in second place, which is the number 24 car of Ben Winrow. So let's try and have a quick word with Ben. Ben, congratulations. Second in the first race of the day. Safety car caused you a few problems. Could you have got to the front?
I'm not sure, to be honest. This is starting 10th on the grid, getting up to second on roads, and first in the class. Very happy with that today, yeah. Take that every time. I think the safety car obviously took 10 minutes out of the race, but I think I was just in the right place at the right time to take the class win.
And you're back out again later on?
Yeah, tiring day today, but looking forward to it. Back out, I think, about 5 o'clock.
So hopefully you can do one better then.
Fingers crossed, yeah. I think it's just our class next time, so hopefully it'll be, front on the road as well.
I haven't even looked at the schedule as far as which classes are coming out. With Caterhams, they're Caterhams and more Caterhams normally.
Yeah, that's what you want, isn't it? It's great racing, and fantastic place to race.
Congratulations on the second place anyway, and I think, was that the win as well in your class?
Yeah, I think winning.
Yeah, winning the class, so well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
He's going to get a bit of a surprise later when the Sigmax 135s turn up, I think.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I've got the number 2 car with me now, and that is our race winner. So Jamie Elwood. Jamie, a little bit further down the grid, but then it all came good for you.
It did, yeah. First and foremost, how's the guy that crashed? I didn't see who it was, but it didn't look good.
It was Savage that crashed, and as far as I know, they got him out of the car and he walked to the recovery or the course vehicle to go back for just a check.
Yeah, that's good news, because that's never nice to see when you're going round and have one of our compatriots doing that. But yeah, my race, qualifying was a bit messy. Didn't get a good slipstream, so I ended up further back. But in the race, I knew that round Thruxton, you can come from further back and make those places up. Just so happened it was such a short race at the end. I didn't realise it's the last lap, so I was happy to see the checkered flag.
I'm going to say I think you only probably raced for about 2 laps before the safety car, then about a 10-minute downtime, and then about 5 laps at the end.
Yeah, when you're at the front, that's all right. When you're further back, you want it to be a bit longer.
Well, congratulations on the win, at any rate, and you're back out again later on as well?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, no, yours is tomorrow, yes, of course. So, and congratulations, obviously, on the class win and the race win.
Yeah, fantastic. I'll take that. Take the points.
Well done indeed. Let's see if we can get our third place man, although I think TV interview's going on there at the minute, so we'll just wait our time and see if we can get Harry Kramer before the Hyundai cars come out onto the track.